Hello, how are you? Yay! It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, and I'm jumping on here to share the Show Up and Shine challenge for my fellow entrepreneurial women out there looking to rock the web, figuring out how to get their online business to work better, and ultimately live in your purpose by serving the people you wish to serve, especially if the people you wish to serve are other women. I definitely want to talk to you about that today. So I've been showing up and shining online in a big way for almost 20 years as a web designer, information entrepreneur, and mentor to many women entrepreneurs looking to get clear about what they need to do to start up and stand out online with strategy and intention. So what I want to do is walk you through what I call the Show Up and Shine Absolutely Fabulous Challenge. You can work this wherever you feel most comfortable for the next 7 days, and I'm going to walk you through what the challenge is all about. Now, here's the deal. This particular challenge is inspired by a message that's been floating around out there, and I want to share this beautiful message with you. It's as follows. A glowing woman can help other women glow and still be lit. Do you believe it? I do. The glow up is seriously real for me. And when you show up to help other people glow up, you do the same. You do the same. So I'm going to talk to you about what the challenge is about and break down for you some simple things that you can do to get started. Now, as I mentioned, I am a mentor to many women entrepreneurs out there looking to get clear about how they can work the web, rock the web, and work better in their online business with strategy and intention. So I've been in the process of having private one-on-one clarity sessions with them, pulling out these beautiful pieces that I can share with you. So I'm just going to go back a second here and think about one of the conversations I had with a beautiful spirit, a young lady who we've been working together for a few years now. And she said, you know what, LaShanda, I have an anniversary that's coming up, a personal anniversary for herself and also for her business. And I said, you know what, this would be an opportunity, a good opportunity for you to jump on and do live streams, which, by the way, she was very afraid of. But I said, I challenge you for the next 7 days, do live streams, share your story, and integrate some of the resources that you have as part of the experience so that you're not simply talking at people about what they should do to get better in their lives, but you're talking to them about your challenges, what you've been through, and how you've been able to overcome, especially at this time that you're celebrating a powerful anniversary that's really personal and important to you. So long story short, of course, you know, she did the challenge in a big way. She got some amazing results. She said, you know what, LaShanda, above anything else, I feel like this is what I need to be doing right now. I've never gotten so much engagement. I'm really excited about what this is doing for me. And so honestly, at that point, she started to do on an ongoing basis live streams, which I thought was wow. Like, whoo, that's something that before was foreign and unfamiliar and a little bit uncomfortable. But after that 7-day experience, she started to do that more and more and more. Now, keep in mind, I'm not necessarily going to sit here and tell you that live streams is what you've got to do. There are actually 5 ways that you can do the Show Up and Shine challenge, okay? You don't necessarily have to do live stream if you're hearing me and you're getting a little bit nervous, but it is certainly something that you can do, okay? Great rising to you. Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the Show Up and Shine challenge, some of the things that you can do to really motivate yourself to show up and then motivate the ladies in your circle to glow up in the process, okay? So, number 1, I want you to consider sharing one of 3 things. Once we figure out what you're going to share, then we're going to identify how you can share it and do the challenge over the next 7 days, okay? There are 3 core areas that you can consider sharing. Number 1, share your story. Think about your business and the fact that for a lot of women entrepreneurs out there, we start businesses because we've been through something that we broke through and we got to a space where we felt committed and compelled to help other women do the same. Can you relate to that? Have you ever experienced that? You've been through something, you broke through it, you got better, you rose above it, and you want to help other women do the same. Show up by sharing your story, being your authentic self and telling people, these are the challenges, this is what I've been through, and this is why I've created the resources that I've created, right? Share your story. Number one. Number two, I want you to consider sharing your process towards some degree of success. And your process is simply how you were able to accomplish something. Maybe other people have been able to accomplish that same thing too. But what we want to do right here is talk about you, your process. So being able to share how I ... in a way that's going to help other people really get a sense of the fact that it's possible for them to do it too. It's feasible for them to do it too because they're looking at you. Again, a glowing woman can help other women glow and still be lit, right? So a great example of that, I have here right beside me my Positioned to Profit planner, and this is a part of what I call the Cash Flow Goals audio series. And inside of the Position to Profit planner and the Cash Flow Goals series, I talk about how I generate consistent revenue in my business, and I break down the process. I've developed a 7-day cash flow goals calendar, what I do for myself, and I say, okay, this is how I build up that consistent cash flow experience. These are some things that you can do too. Right? So the option number 2 here, share your process. And your process maybe could have already been outlined in the form of a workbook or a course or an audio or something that you can literally pull pieces out. You know, I've been doing for the last few days what I call the Back on Track series, live stream web classes. And literally for the last 7 days, I've been pulling pages, not physically, but opening up the book and pulling pages out of the book and just talking it out and sharing, okay, here's cash flow goal number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Do this on Tuesday, do this on Wednesday, do this on Friday, right? If you've got a book, if you've got something that really outlines your process, what you can do is walk people through that process over the course of 7 days. So that's number 2. Number 1 was share your story. Number 2, share your process. Number 3, share your best. Share your best. Sharing your best for me is essentially giving people an opportunity to pull back the curtain, get inside your business, get inside your head, and understand how you get to where you get to, the things that you utilize to help you improve your world, whether it be your personal world or your professional world. What do you use? Share your best resources and tools over the course of 7 days. So again, the first thing we want to do is identify if you are going to work on showing up and shining over the next 7 days as part of the Show Up and Shine Challenge. First thing you got to do is identify how you're going to show up. How you going to show up? What you going to talk about, right? So you can either, number 1, show up by sharing your story. Number 2, show up by sharing a process or maybe a series of processes, right? How I ... complete that sentence. Or number 3, show up by sharing your best solutions, resources, tools, recommendations around a particular topic. So feel free to drop into that comment box 1, 2, 3, which of these you are going to work on for this challenge. That's number 1. Number 2, you've got to identify how you are going to show up, right? What platform, what tool, what are you going to do to actually get your information out there? Okay. Now, as I share this, I want to make sure that I remind this particular experience for me is really, it's around this beautiful message of, at the end of the day, a glowing woman can help other women glow and still be lit. And if you know in your business, in your heart, you feeling like you living in your purpose, you are a woman who is committed to helping other women glow, but you've been shrinking and you've been struggling with the show up aspect of things, I want to make sure that I can support you and show you there are ways that you can realistically show up and shine online. Okay. So if you're in a position right now that you are trying to either start up or restart and do something different, but you've been lurking in the background, you've been quiet, you've been kind of, consuming a lot of content, or, you're maybe a little bit apprehensive or afraid of failure or rejection. So you want to put yourself out there, but some way, some reason why you're just kind of shrinking in the background. I want to be able to motivate you to show up in some way, in a big way for you, so that you can serve the people you wish to serve. Okay. By the way, as a side note, I will be doing a web class today on how to stop shrinking and showing up. The challenge is just the first part of the conversation. So now that we talked about number 1, 2, and 3 of the first part, which is what are you going to talk about, right? What are you going to share? How will you share? I mentioned earlier on, one of the ladies in my circle had a beautiful anniversary, and I said to her, I challenge you for the next 7 days to show up and share live stream via live. Okay, so that was what she decided to do. That's number 1 solution for you. If either you've been thinking about or you actually feel comfortable doing some form of live stream online, that's one possible option. Now, there are ladies in my circle, there's one in particular that I'm thinking about right now, who she just knew she wanted to start doing video, but was deathly afraid of live stream. And I get it, because we all have to start where we feel comfortable and then work our way up. So my solution to her was to go on Instagram and do videos specifically on that platform, because they do limit the video that you upload to 60 seconds. So I said, you know what? Let's be realistic. So, maybe you can't do, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or maybe even 20 minutes or an hour, but can you do 60 seconds for me, boo? Can you do 60 seconds? So she said, I can do that. So I said, you're going to do a 60-second pre-recorded, not live, then upload it. And I said, okay, if you want to get a little fancy pants with it, on Instagram, they actually have the ability for when you're posting, you can post multiple pieces in one post. Right? So if you wanted to, you can maybe do 3 60 seconds for a total of 3 minutes, or you can do 5 or up to 10 60 seconds for a total of 10 minutes. But at the very least, 60, you can try that. So once you've identified what you want to share, the next part of this conversation is where you're going to share. Number 1, consider doing a live stream on one of your favorite platforms. Could be Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope Live. You figure out which one works best for you. Maybe go all the way live on all of them, right? Instagram to Periscope to YouTube and everything in between. It's up to you which one feels right for you and also for your audience. Or number 2, if you don't want to do live, consider just doing some pre-recorded videos that either you can upload on a platform like Instagram, for example, or even uploading them on YouTube. It's new to me that you can actually upload on LinkedIn, hint, hint. So if you are an entrepreneurial woman and you are in a space where you're trying to help career professionals, especially women, uploading your videos to LinkedIn might not be a bad idea, right? So there's so many beautiful platforms in which you can upload videos. LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, they are there for you. Pre-record, that's option number 2. Number 3, you may say, okay, you're talking a lot about video, boo. Video is not for me. I am not about that video life. Well, it's okay. Because sometimes when I don't want to get up and get cute and get in front of the camera, I do some audio. So consider audio being number 3 option for you, where you can sit down and you can record the messages that you want to share to your community, to other women, so that you're showing up to help them glow up and shine in the process, right? So audio is option number 3. For me, you can do something as simple as record the audio on your mobile device. You can use apps like SoundCloud. You can use, me personally, I like to use Anchor.fm, which is a beautiful platform. You can sign up for a free Anchor account, ANCHOUR.FM. Sign up for an account. You can start using the platform to podcast, or you can just record your audio and save it for yourself. My Anchor profile, by the way, if you ever want to listen to my motivational messages, are at Anchor, ANCHOR.FM/Sister Sense. But there are so many wonderful platforms you could use, or you could just literally hit record on the voice messaging app on your phone and record your message. KISS, keep it seriously simple. Kiss the challenge, find a simple solution, and if you don't want to get in front of the camera, audio is definitely a great way to go. Option number 3. Number 4, if, like me, you are a writer by nature, then maybe you just want to sit down and write out the message that you want to share. Sit down and write out your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, your 5, your 6, your 7 day. By the way, if you want to, you can go through this challenge by every single day serving and distributing that content and showing up on a daily basis, right? Number 2, you can consider you sit down and you prepare for what you want to talk about. Maybe even you create some pieces of what you want to talk about and then pop that in as you go. Right? So preparation, you have to prepare so you can better share. Something to consider. So Live stream, number 1. Pre-recorded video, number 2. Number 3, audio might be the way you want to go if video is not for you. Number 4, sitting down and writing out your content so that you can distribute that content textually in different ways. Could be maybe you upload micro posts on Instagram, or maybe you decide you want to send out your messages, your written messages via email every day, or maybe you feel like, you know what, I have a blog, so I'm going to take these articles that I've written and post it on my blog. Think about what you want to do. Could be 1, 2, 3, or all of the above. Email it, blog it, post it on social media platforms. If text is the way that you feel most comfortable sharing, text it. Make it happen. I have one of the beautiful spirits in my circle. What she loves to do is actually send her messages through text messaging. So she has a community on her phone, and then when she has her messages in the morning, she sends those out via text. So again, email, option number 4. Last but not least, as you know, pictures are worth 1,000 words. So consider getting into a space where you create some beautiful picture images and share those messages that you want to share in the form of visual pictures. You can use canva.com. You can cheat your way to it. You can draw the message if you're an artist and take a picture of your drawing. Cheat sheet, you could, write the message on a piece of paper and take a picture of the message and share that. If you don't want to do Canva, you can be in a space where you use one of my favorite apps, which is WordSwag. You put that textual message in WordSwag and it makes a beautiful picture for you. You can use another app that I love, Legend, Legend. Take the text message, make a little animated video and the message is moving and all that cute stuff. Make a visual graphic, take a picture, draw a picture, write something and turn that into a picture. Visually, you can do what you need to do to share some form of an image that's going to share your message with your community. So again, the Show Up and Shine challenge here is all about how you are going to show up, glow up, and help other women do the same. If, like myself, you are a woman who is on a mission to support other women in your circle, I challenge you to do this for the next 7 days. You can first figure out what kind of message you want to share, whether you want to share your story, share your process, or share some of your best resources, number 1. Number 2, I want you to consider how you are going to share, whether you are going to do live streams, pre-recorded sessions, audios, text-based content, or visual pictures. And this says use SoundCloud or Anchor. Yes, those are some great platforms that you can consider using if you are in a space where you need to do audio versus video or something else, okay? The last part of this conversation that I'm going to share with you today is once you've figured out what you're going to talk about, and once you've figured out where you're going to do it, how you're going to do it. Because again, you can use one of these platforms, or you could just go all the way and say, I'm going to do the written and the photos. I'm going to do the video and the audio. You can do it however you want to do it. The point is that you do it. Because at the end of the day, nothing works but work. And if you want to work the web, if you want to live in your purpose, if you want people to see all the beautiful things that you do, then you've got to show your beautiful you by putting yourself out there. And in order for you to create habits, you've got to do these things one day at a time until they become just habitual for you. So us starting with just those first 7 days is an opportunity to see if that is something that could work for you. Okay? So before we wrap up for today, as I said, there's one more thing that I want to share with you as far as things that you can do. Now, the last thing is, for me, the best way to do a challenge is to do it as a community. Do it as a community. And you'll see here, this particular challenge is starting right here on Facebook.com/Sister Sense, the Sister Sense page. So what I would love for you to do is, here are a few things you can do to make this a community challenge. Number 1, share out this challenge, because sharing is caring, right? Share it out. So if you know other entrepreneurial women out there looking to support other women and do what they need to do to show up and shine in their online business, share this challenge as a practical solution they can try. That's number 1. Number 2, I want you to share right now what you're going to do, what process, Which one? Live stream, audio, text? Which processes of these feel comfortable to you, right? Share that right now while it's fresh on the brain. Number one. Number two, I want you to share what form of content you plan to share, whether it be your story, your process, or your best resources, right? So you communicate here. Check in with us every single day or maybe every other day and say, here's what I shared. Here's what I've been doing. Hashtag show up and shine. Hashtag show up and shine. Okay, so this is going to be a community challenge. We're going to do this. We're going to glow up and we're going to support other women to do the same. So remember, the inspiration behind this challenge is the beautiful message. A glowing woman, okay, a glowing woman can help other women glow and still be lit. And I know, glow up and all right now, that you have the potential to be, if you not already are, a glowing woman. You have the potential to show up every single day in a big way. And even if you feel like today's not the right day, or I don't feel good today, you've got to be consistent about showing up in a big way. Yes, yes, yes. Hashtag show up and shine. Hello, good morning, great rising to all of you here. I am walking through the things that you need to do to participate in the Show Up and Shine Challenge. And we're at the last part of it, which is to make this a community, to make this a challenge that we just don't kind of dig in and do in just by ourselves as individuals, but we do together. We do together, right? I remember reading one day an African proverb that I'm going to paraphrase. So essentially it says, you can run faster alone, but further together. And I think that's a powerful thing because there are going to be days when you need to show up. There are going to be days when you need to show up, but something inside of you is telling you not today. Well, it didn't work yesterday. Why bother? Not today. Oh my God, look at what she's doing. She's so amazing. I can never possibly be her. Not today. There's going to be something inside of you that tells you not today, and you've got to commit yourself to saying, I don't care what they say. They being either the internal or external voices, I don't care what they say. Every day, I am going to show up and shine. Every day. Every day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I shared on my Instagram page, Instagram @SisterSense, I shared, you know what? The key right now is to show up and stick to the plan. And one of the ladies in my circle, she said, wow. So I woke up to that message. I woke up to seeing someone say, wow. I needed that. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. And the minute I saw her WOW, for me, that translated into women online winning. Don't ask me how. But it's a beautiful thing to wake up to the words, wow. And it's even more beautiful to me to get into a space where not only can I do this, but I can motivate you to help motivate other people to be wow women. Wow, women online winning at this thing called entrepreneurship, at this thing called living in your purpose, at this thing called supporting other people. Because again, a glowing woman can help other women glow and still be lit. Get it? Right? Got it? Good. So the community starts when you start by engaging and sharing here and letting us know what part of this challenge you are going to do. Number one, what you're going to share. Are you going to share your story for the next 7 days? Are you going to share some aspect of your process or system for the next 7 days? Or are you going to share some of your favorite resources, the best things that you do? What are you going to share with your community? Number one. Number two, how are you going to share for the next 7 days? Are you going to do 7 days of live streams, 7 days of pre-recorded videos, 7 days of audios? Are you going to do 7 days of text, 7 days of graphics? What are you going to do to show up in a big way every day? So for example, those days that I don't like to do live streams or even like to do video, I do audio. As a matter of fact, you can probably go to sistersense.com/DD. DD stands for Daily Direction. If you go to sistersense.com/DD, Daily Direction, you'll be able to listen to one of my audios on different things that you can do on a daily basis to be motivated to move and maintain. It's a motivational message. And I remember there was a time when I felt really bad about the fact that I was not showing up and doing live stream and doing video like everybody else. Everybody was everywhere doing all these live stream videos, and I felt so bad about it, felt so behind. But I didn't feel like I looked my best. I didn't feel like I felt my best. I didn't want to get in front of the camera. And something in me said, okay, if not video, audio. And I started the process of doing the Daily Direction series. I started doing audio more and more and more. And I was getting messages of women who were crying and saying, LaShanda, you got me here doing the ugly cry. These messages are moving me. They're motivating me. And I used that as a process to realize you can find a way or you can find an excuse, but you can't do both. So if you don't want to do audio, do video, do audio. If you don't want to do audio, do text. If you don't want to do text, do graphics. But do something to show up and be present, right? Do something to show up and be present, because again, you can find a way or find an excuse, but baby, you cannot do both. You cannot do both. So I said to you, those of you who are listening, make sure that you drop into the comment box and let me know what part of this challenge you are going to dig into today, because it starts today. Whenever you watch this, boo, it starts today. You claim it. Today is day 1, and I'm going to keep on going till day 7. And then when we get to do 7, we'll see what happens from there. But just commit to the first 7 days of showing up, right? Of course, come back here periodically and show us what you got. Show us your graphics. Show us your email posts, your blogs. Show us your videos. Show us links and link us here. This is the audio. Go listen to it. Show up. Show up for your community, and then come back here and show up. Because listen, when you come back here and you share consistently every day, or maybe every other day, or even if you just come back here and share 2 times, you don't know who's watching you, who's going to read that message and see that share and say, listen, she glowing up. I'm going to glow up too. Wow, I see how she's doing this thing every day. I'm going to do it too, right? Because when we shine, we give other people permission to do the same. Tasha said she commits. Tasha is here and she commits. Awesome. Cree is here. She says, I'm going to be writing contents for real estate every single day. Boo, you share. You share. You tell them how to flip it and get them houses and make that money. Boo, you going to share every single day. And that sharing not only is going to help other people shine, but it's going to help you too. It's going to help you too. It's going to help the people that you are committed to helping, whether it be 1 or 2 or a few or more than a few. Number 1. Number 2, it's going to help you get into a space where you start to do things habitually and you stop sitting there and lurking and overthinking the process. There are so many people who are delaying their success because they are overthinking and underperforming. I am laying out for you the simple things that you can do to be consistent, stick to the plan, and every day for the next 7 days, show up and shine. No excuses, no delays, no overthinking. I need you to define what you're going to do, then show up, shine, and do it. Because nothing works but work. Nothing works but work. And if you show up and shine for 7 days and then turn them 7 days into 1 month and 2 months and 3 months and 1 year, everything that you do is going to be that foundation for you. Okay? It's going to be that foundation for you. So come back here and share what you're doing. Show us what you're doing. Shamelessly self-promote until the skies come home. And make sure that as you listen to me here, you drop into the comment box, #replaysrock if you're watching the replays, number 1. You tag somebody who needs to be doing this right now, an entrepreneurial spirit out there who's trying to get clear about what they need to do to start up online and rock the web, and they ain't doing as much as they need to do. Show up and shine. Do the challenge. Simple, simple. Share it with others and make sure that you are consistently sharing your message with the people that you wish to serve. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you all here is because this particular Show Up and Shine challenge is actually inspired by my Back on Track session for today. Today is the 8th Back on Track live stream session that I'm going to do. And today's topic, the web class for today, is how to get back on track. Stop shrinking, show up and shine. So I had mapped out the Show Up and Shine message for today. And I said, you know what? We're going to take it a next step. We're going to kick it up a notch. And we're going to make this challenge a part of today's web class. And I said, well, you know what? The challenge just needs to have its own session. So I'm doing the challenge first and then the web class second. But if you don't have access to the Back on Track series, these are web classes that I've been sharing with you, my entrepreneurial women, helping you learn how to get back on track and maintain your momentum. If you have not watched all of the series, make sure that you go and download your guide at sistasense.com/BOTG. Sister Sense, of course, you know that's me. Or if you're new to me, hello. Sister Sense, sistasense.com/BOTG. Please, somebody drop that into the comment box if you know me and know how to spell Sister Sense, because sometimes folks, they be getting it twisted and getting a little confused. What did she say? How do you spell that? sistasense.com/BOTG for a Back on Track guide. It's absolutely free. It's a PDF that's going to give you access to watch all the replays of the Back on Track series. Plus, I have several beautiful resources in there for you. For those of you who are in the beginning stage of starting your online business, there's the Smart Start Business Bundle. Inside of Smart Start, I want to make sure that you've got the solutions you need to succeed. So there are 4 A's to building your online business the right way. You need your answers, you need action, you need acquisition, and you need ascension. You need to be able to ascend and rise above the competition. So if right now you feel like you're missing some of the answers that you need to move forward, if you feel like you're stuck and you're spinning your wheels and you have not moved and you need that action, if you feel like you are in a space where you need to acquire the assets, the essentials you need to be building your online business and you don't have all the essentials, acquisition, or if you want to stand above the competition, if you want to stand out, the ascension, those 4 A's you need to succeed are as part of the Smart Start Business Bundle. Okay, so if you need those things, you can certainly get those things. The Smart Start Business Bundle is inside your Back on Track resource guide. And of course, another resource that's in there, because some of you guys are looking for a way to jumpstart or fresh start your business. That's what Smart Start is all about. Some of you are looking for solutions to get back on track. There is what I call the Catch Up Kit. And inside of that, there are multiple resources to help you get back on track, whether for you that means literally getting back on track, or you need support around some things that you need to do to create new normals, work on your cash flow goals, or even stop procrastinating. So those are just a few of the key topics that I talk about and share recommendations around. You can get those resources inside of your Catch Up Kit. So there are multiple resources that you'll find inside of the Back on Track guide that I've created for you. Again, sistasense.com/BOTG. I don't know if you've gotten to the last page, but on the last page, I lay out a few support services because, number one, I am a woman on the glow up committed to helping other people grow up and glow up online. And so you'll see among those support services, there's a free ebook on the 7 modes to building a successful online business. It's absolutely free. So whether you invest in a resource or you just need something that is free 99, there's a way for you to shine and get what you need to succeed as part of the Back on Track guide. So make sure that you get your free ebook, the 7 modes to building a successful online business. Just click the link and download it. All of those resources, tools, and the replays from the Back on Track series are available to you again inside of sistasense.com/BOTG. So follow me over to the next Back on Track web class that's going to happen today. And of course, if you missed it, go watch it via the replays and make sure that you commit to being a glowing woman who's committed to helping others glow up too. That's about you being lit. That's about you showing up and shining in a big way. And in you being a beautiful source of sunshine, motivating other people who come in contact with you to shine, show up, and do that too. All right. So take care, ladies. I hope you enjoyed this one and you stick around for the next one. Till next time.